Welcome to Brain Vision.
Chapter 3, Problem 16 says, what are valence electrons? And what is so important about valence electrons? Valence electrons are electrons that are located in the outermost energy level. These electrons are very important because they're used to determine chemical bonding. The valence electrons help determine what atoms can bond with a particular atom based on the ability to share those valence or transfer those valence electrons. Valence electrons can be determined by several ways. If we think of an atom of lithium, we know that lithium will have 3 protons in its nucleus. The very first energy level of lithium is going to have 2 electrons. Let's go ahead and put a circle around this nucleus. There we go. The very first energy level will have 2 electrons in a neutral atom. The next energy level will have 1 electron, given that a neutral atom of lithium will have the same number of protons as number of electrons. This outer energy level shows the number of valence electrons for lithium, given that it is 3, or given that it is 1. The core electrons are the electrons that are not on the outer energy level. In this case, for lithium, it's 2. If we think of the electron configuration of lithium, we can also figure out the number of valence electrons. So for lithium, there's a 1s, 2, and then a 2s, 1. 2 represents the outermost energy level, and therefore it only has 1 valence electron. Let's picture something a bit more complex. So let's do an atom of carbon. If we draw its electron configuration, we have 1s2, 2s2, and 2p2. I know this is correct because the atomic number for carbon is 6, and in a neutral atom of carbon, I have 6 protons and 6 electrons. My valence configuration has 2, 4, 6 electrons in the correct order. If I'm looking to figure out the number of valence electrons, I must look at the highest energy level. And in this case, that highest energy level is also 2, but it's found in 2 areas. There's a 2 here and a 2 here. I have to consider both of these orbitals to determine the number of valence electrons in the outer energy level. So there's 2 from the 2s orbital and 2 from the 2p orbital. Therefore, my number of valence electrons for carbon is 4. Valence electrons, represented by V and E. And again, the number of valence electrons help determine exactly what atoms, carbon or lithium, can be bonded to.